Meteorologist Ayesha Wilkinson, and welcome to our Thursday show.
Yeah, it's been an absolutely fabulous day, or let's say fabulous night coming up. It's been a pretty muggy day more so than anything else.
Yeah, I saw that drizzle outside when I first woke up, and I was like, man, gotta grab that umbrella, gotta grab that rain jacket. Yeah. This is disappointing.
Yeah, thankfully the front did make its way in, and now it's since past our area, so we're going to see a lot more sunny skies, at least for the rest of the afternoon into tonight, so you see the moon and stars finally.
Definitely. And then game day Friday and Saturday is looking pretty clear, so not much rain chances.
Yeah, but a lot more cold chances, I would more per se.
We're going to see a little sneak peek of the winter on Sunday. Another cold front's going to come through.
Yeah, and the lows are going to be quite low. We're set to see
low?
Some of the models pointed out it could be anywhere from 38 all the way up to 32 degrees for a low.
That's pretty chilly for Floridians. I like a little cold, but I don't know about 32. That's dry, and I don't know if I like that.
I mean, at least it's drier conditions, and that's going to be a common trend for all next week, more so anything else. So,
okay.
I mean, you have another cold front coming in that's going to really drive temperatures to where it's going to be that low.
It is November, so we're going to see those lower temperatures finally. We've been living in summer, August, all along. But actually, Shelly's going to take us with an overview look.
Thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and look at our satellite and radar. We can see here that our front is passing us right now as we speak, and we are still seeing those cloudy skies and that moist air. So not too great outside right now. And looking at our local radar, a little bit closer, we can see where that rain is passing through. We can see like it moved past us, but we're still seeing the outskirts of that rain as it is happening. Tonight's forecast, 55 degrees, partly cloudy. Definitely take a jacket if you're going out tonight because it will be chilly with those mild winds. Weather headlines, it will be a cool night ahead for all of us. So like I said, make sure to take that jacket out. Partly cloudy game day, but cool temps as we move into Sunday and Monday. Something to really look forward to. And now we're going to pass it back to the desk.
Thank you, Shelly. That was great forecast, great weather headlines. But like we said before, we're going to see a clear day for that game day.
Yes, we are playing against Chattanooga, and that is our last home game of the season. So sadly, all the seniors, that will be senior day, their final game, and I know that's going to be a very sad day for a lot of seniors.
That's right. But even though it's going to be the sad, last day of football, there is soccer still going on, and I'm going to talk about that later in my desk. But Friday, we're going to see a nice game for soccer. It's going to be clear, so definitely come out. It's going to be on campus.
And yeah, remember, they're number one in the nation right now, and they're the team to beat. I mean, they won the NCAA championships last year, and they're looking for a repeat this year.
That's right. And actually, basketball's starting too. So our women's team, they're amazing, guys. Definitely check them out. That's just the best team on campus to see.
Yes, and the men won their first game pretty convincingly, so that's a very lovely thing to see for all the Seminole fans out there.
We love Seminole sports, but actually we're going to take it to another local look with me. I'm going to show you guys the record highs and lows. So 75 degrees currently at Tallahassee Airport right now. Not too shabby, but we didn't break the record, honestly. Sorry, guys. No record breaking this time. 84 was our record, but our low 71 degrees is actually pretty not close to 22. So, yeah, thankfully we're not at 22 like we were last year in 2014. But going into our satellite and radar, you can still see that front right here moving out of our area, moving out of the way. We had a lot of storm damage near Quincy from that front, a lot of gusty winds in our area, but all that's moving away, and we're going to see some clear skies for Friday and Saturday. But our 24-hour temperature change here, Thomasville, you had a -7 degree temp change. Quincy, you went a little bit higher to 2, but not much in our area for temperature change. But Futurecast is going to show you how your Friday is going to play out, starting at Thursday night, though, 66 degrees. We're going to go up a little bit. We're going to go down a little bit for Friday morning, though. 55 degrees starting at 6 a.m. But going into your afternoon, though, we're going to go jump right back up to 62. So not too hot, guys. This means jacket weather. Bring your little sweater, cardigan, or whatever. Monticello, you're at 62 too. On Friday and going into Saturday, And Saturday morning, we're going to see 54 degrees. So that's pretty low start to your morning if you're, tailgating, because the game is at 3 p.m. So make sure you bring your jacket when you're barbecuing out there. You want to get an early start to get a spot. So on the sand for Friday, you're going to see northeasterly winds because that front came through, coming at 15 to 20 miles per hour, and the surface pretty rough at 3 to 5 feet. So make sure you pay attention to that UV index. It's pretty high. So bring some sunscreen if you go out on the sand. It's not too bad day to go out, even though the winds are pretty high. So just, take a trip to the beach. Tonight's forecast, though, 55 degrees, partly cloudy. Bring a little jacket because, it's pretty chilly, 55. 74 degrees for tomorrow. It's going to be gorgeous, pretty clear for the most part. Sunny skies. The wind's not going to do much for you, though, 5 to 10 miles per hour. What are you going to wear tomorrow? That's really the question. T-shirts and sunglasses, definitely a must, because it's going to be pretty warm outside. Game day, you're going to wear your garnet and gold, and it's going to be a little bit cooler, but not too bad. But on Sunday, we're going to see shirts and jackets because that cold front is going to come through and bring us some colder temperatures. But our 7-day, I'm going to step out of the way for you. You can see our game day forecast, 70 for a high, a low of 55 degrees, with a little bit of a rain chances on Saturday. But Sunday, we're really going to see those rain chances kick in, and you can see those lows going down into Monday. But I'm going to bring it to Jake for more.
All right, Ayesha, thank you very much. Now let's expand to the southeast a little bit. When it comes to this region, it's really the southeast and then the Florida Peninsula. Current sky conditions, lots of rain and cloud cover throughout much of central Florida, also extending up towards Jacksonville. But where the front is passed, it's looking beautiful. Sunny skies in Montgomery, Tupelo, New Orleans, Shreveport, basically the entire remainder of the southeast. With that cloud cover, with the passage of the cold front, it's been cooling down a lot throughout much of the southeast, so heat indices aren't really anything significant, except for in South Florida. We see it feels like 88 degrees right now in Key West, so still feeling very summer-like. Current winds, there's not too much to speak of throughout much of the region. No wind at all in Orlando. Our high spot, Atlanta, at 13 miles an hour, but the key is that they're coming out of the north, meaning the front is past, and it's blowing some of that cooler air in towards those regions. Now, southeast radar, as Ayesha showed earlier, it's a tale of two southeasts. We see the front denoted by this line of cloud cover extending all the way down from Boston down through the Tampa area and bringing some rainfall now into areas of central Florida, now along the I-75 corridor down from Lake City all the way towards the Turnpike interchange. Also rain showers passing into the Tampa-St. Petersburg area could make for a very sloppy commute if you're heading home a little bit late from work. Now, through the rest of the night on Thursday, this front is going to continue to push its way down towards the south and east, affecting some of these southern regions of Florida. Through the day on Friday, that's going to continue, but it's going to be looking absolutely beautiful throughout the entire rest of the region. Atlanta, Wilmington, Little Rock, everything's going to be looking just awesome. But another front will be on the way on Saturday, as denoted by this little line of rainfall beginning to form up towards Little Rock. That's going to push its way down towards here through the day on Saturday and could make for a chance of some showers Saturday night and into Sunday. Airport delays throughout much of the southeast are pretty negligible, except just be aware of that rainfall throughout much of central Florida. It is keeping things pretty sloppy out there. Tonight's forecast staying very warm in South Florida, 77 degrees in Key West, but very, very cool up towards the north, 37 in Tupelo, Mississippi. Tomorrow, that's going to continue. Sunny skies throughout the entire area, 68 in Savannah, but that rain is going to push towards the south. Could make life pretty uncomfortable for those of you in Miami down towards Key West, with temperatures staying in the 80s. That's all I have for Southeast. Let's take it back to the desk with Andres.
Thank you, Jake. And since this weekend on Sunday, we're going to be having a cold front come by, the temperatures are really going to start to drop down. Sunday night, we have temperatures that are scheduled to be around 38 degrees Fahrenheit as of right now. So that's really cold, and people around here aren't really used to it. We're not used to those kind of temperatures that come around here. So what to do to take care of yourself when those temperatures do drop? Well, one thing to do is bundle up, because if you don't bundle up, you run the risk of getting hypothermia. And what is hypothermia? It's when your body loses more heat than it produces. Normal body temperatures are around 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and when the body temperature drops below 95, that's when the hypothermia starts beginning its phases. So one of the things to do is to bundle up completely, like I mentioned earlier: gloves, head, And just make sure you layer up, because you can always layer down. If you go out, make sure you have your proper jacket on and proper shoes too. And people don't notice that you lose heat through your shoes as well, or through your feet. So one of the things that, one of the symptoms of hypothermia is shivering, of course, and also stuttering and slurred speech. So if you know somebody or you see somebody who is experiencing those symptoms, please take them indoors immediately. And if they're wearing wet clothes, try to change them to drier clothes, because you don't want to run the risk of letting these symptoms get worse. And one of the things also is to make sure you put them in a nice warm environment. Don't put any direct contact to their skin. Just put them in a nice warm environment so that the body can normalize its body temperature again. So that's one of the things that we should keep in mind as the temperatures get colder. Please, when you go outside, make sure you bundle up, wear proper clothing, and for the most part, drink also warm beverages. It helps out a lot. Every little small thing you can do is going to help all it out. But for right now, I'm going to pass it off to Shelly.
Thanks. Before we do see those cooler temperatures, though, we are seeing those warm temperatures still. 74 degrees is our current condition right now with mostly cloudy skies. We are seeing all those clouds right now. 71 degrees is our dew point with a humidity of 91%. Pretty high up there. So if you are going out, make sure to wear that hairspray. Looking at our panhandle radar, we can see where those clouds are moving out and that moisture is moving out. Thank goodness, because that cold front is passing us, and we will start to see drier weather as the night comes in. Our water vapor, this is showing what's happening in our upper atmosphere. We can see all this moisture down here in the southeast Florida, and all that dry air behind it, that is going to come towards us, which is really good for us in Tallahassee. Looking ahead, though, let me step off real quick. We have that cold front passing us. We can see all that moisture in front of it and all that cloudless sky behind it. Moving into Thursday night and Friday morning, we will start to see partly cloudy skies and beautiful days and cooler temperatures as we move on. We see that high moving past, but it's not going to really come near us. But we will have a cold blast as we move into Saturday night. Looking at our evening forecast, it's going to be pretty chilly out there, so make sure to grab that jacket. 55 in Tallahassee, 54 in Monticello, 56 in St. Marks, 57 all the way down there in Apalachicola. Pretty much the same everywhere in the Big Bend region, so make sure to bundle up if you are going out. Friday's forecast, beautiful, gorgeous day with winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. 74 in Tallahassee, absolutely beautiful. 76 in St. Marks, 75 in Monticello, 73 in Thomasville. Pretty much the same around the Big Bend region like the temperatures are going to be tonight. Our day planner, it will be a little bit chilly in the morning with partly cloudy skies, but as we move into the afternoon, we will start to see that sun. We will start to see that beautiful weather. 71 degrees by 12 p.m. So go out and have lunch if you are going to go out with some friends. Fabulous afternoon, 75 degrees at 5 p.m. Wow, absolutely gorgeous Tallahassee. And looking at our next 5 days, we can see that it is going to be absolutely sunny on Friday at 74 degrees. On Saturday, we will start to see those low percentages of rain for game day. So if you are going to the game, make sure to bring that umbrella out just in case. And looking into Sunday, those low percentage chance of rains will continue, but we will start to see that dip in temperature at 61 degrees on Sunday, Monday 59. Tuesday 64, and our lows at 36 and 38 and 47 Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But we're going to bring it to Ayesha with the National.
That's right, Shelly. I'm actually going to talk about all the winter storms we're having. But first, I'm going to get to the hurricane climatology map, because actually hurricane season is still happening. It's actually ending in November 30th, so maybe we'll have a chance to see another hurricane, not sure. But the climatology is still going, folks. So right now, satellite and radar, you can see all that moisture from that cold front just swooping in right here. It's still going, folks. Even though it passed our area, it's still here. Going and taking a closer look, though, you can see that South Carolina just really getting pounded with a lot of moisture in that area. And going over to Iowa and Idaho, actually, they're getting snow right now, 3 to 5 inches of snow. So all that purple and white there, you can see some snow mixture in. And maybe there's some thunder snow thunder snow too, because you can see some yellow and green actually, and so that means some storms are brewing in that area. But going into our watches and warnings though, you can see Cheyenne has some watches and warnings. All this purple right here is winter storm warnings, so which means that they're going to have 3 to 5 inches of snow and with high gust winds. These gusts are up to 45 miles per hour, so be careful when you're going outside and driving. That means, you know, folks, you got to stay safe. Like Andrea said, you can catch hypothermia. So going into your watches and warnings over here and near Chicago, Illinois, and stuff like that, you can see your pink right here. That's actually a winter storm warning as well. And over here in the purple, you can see a winter advisory warning. So lots of snow and activity in that area. Going into our wind damage, though, we had a couple wind damages yesterday, none to report right now anymore, but there was one in Denver. They actually had wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour on the highway, and semi-trucks were really having a hard time getting on the highway because there's just snow and hail going on and on. Going into our next 48 hours, though, 61 in New Orleans. Going into later on, you're going to see those temperatures just go pretty much downhill from there, 55, 53 in New Orleans. You can see all the way in Minneapolis, though, 20 degrees, and that's just pretty chilly, just pretty burr for them. Tallahassee, 48. But going into Saturday, though, you're going to see, going into Friday night before that, though, you can see San Antonio 61 and Dallas at 51 degrees. Going into Saturday morning, you're going to see Washington, you're at 34, Boston, you're at 37, but Tallahassee, you're at 48 degrees. So that's a pretty cold start later on. Airport delays, ground stop in New York, LaGuardia, sorry guys. It's not that time to fly, but going into tonight's forecast, 47 in Washington, D.C., 53 in Tallahassee. Tomorrow, 75. Miami, you're going to see stationary front forming down there with a lot of rain, 84. But actually, I'm going to take it to Jay with his solo desk.
Thank you, Ayesha. That was a nice, lovely forecast indeed from National. And speaking of National, there's been a little bit of a shakeup going on for this college football week. There are going to be a lot of games to be looking at. It's the last 2 games for a majority of the teams, unless they have a bye week, and expecting a lot of interesting stuff to happen. The top 4 will be finally solidified after the next 2 weeks coming up. We do have a big game against Florida next week, but first we got to get through Chattanooga, which shouldn't be much of a problem with Sean McGuire being the starter quarterback from now on till pretty much the end of the season. And that's great news for us because, again, he's been playing absolutely brilliant the past couple of games, especially against North Carolina State when he did come in. And the weather for that is going to be absolutely fantastic, too. You're only seeing lows as only about 38, 39 degrees for the most part, but the high is going to be around 61, and that's great weather for all of us to going out tailgating the entire day for Chattanooga, and also plans for that night as well as Sunday. For me, I'm definitely going to be watching the game, but there is a Tallahassee tournament, ITF tournament, I should say, for a wild card spot for the tournament next weekend that Benjamin Locke, our number 1, and also in the top 25 for the nation for college tennis players are going to be playing in the weekend after. But first, we have the wild card tournament, so I know everyone's looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'll be playing that myself. So weather on the weekend is going to be absolutely gorgeous. There is a slight rain chance on Sunday, about 30% chance they have for most of the models. I don't see it affecting too much of the plans for Sunday, but the cold is really going to be the big factor for the weekend and into Monday. But for now let's take it out to a around Florida look with Mr. Andres.
Thank you, Jay. And we are looking around Florida right now. Currently here in Tallahassee, we're at 74 degrees Fahrenheit. And you can see pretty much from Orlando on down, the temperatures are in the lower 80s. The cold front hasn't really pushed all the way through over there and lowered the temperatures quite yet. But they are experiencing a few showers here in Tampa and Orlando. There's just a lot of moisture that's being sucked in from the Gulf of Mexico and just being streamed on up towards the north. So, you know, they're still no, they're not out of the neck of the woods yet. We fortunately, are out of it now because we should not see any more storms for the rest of the day or showers. And here's a look at the radar that I was telling you about earlier. This is all the storms that are coming through Tampa and Orlando. Some have gone through Jacksonville. And Fort Myers and West Palm Beach will be receiving this rain later on. But for the most part here in Tallahassee, we are becoming very, very clear after this. You can see right over here we have, let's let it loop a little bit more. Right there we see that we're starting to clear up a little bit behind this front. And Pensacola, they're having clear skies right now, so we're going to be joining them here within the next couple of hours. And the temperature change that this cold front has brought to us has not really been that significant as far as, when you're used to seeing more powerful cold fronts come through and drop those temperatures down drastically. But that will be coming up this Sunday. But for right now, you can just see Tallahassee right now, 24-hour temperature change. It's just -1, So also in Jacksonville. But ahead of the front, you can see Orlando is sitting at 5, or +5. So this cold front is more of a rain producer and a storm producer. It's not really packing a lot of cold air behind it. As you can see back here, that you can see those deep oranges right behind the cold front. So we're going to have temperatures are still going to be a little bit higher than normal behind this front, but that's going to change. For right now, looking at the dew point, you can see it's still very humid. It's still very humid here in Tallahassee. We still have that ick factor when you walk outside, but it wasn't as bad as yesterday. I will say that. The humidity, though, we're at 91%. That's really, really high. 100 for Valdosta, and 84 for Albany. But right behind that, you can see the dry air that's coming through, and it's bringing in. Here's that dry air I was talking about. Right to the west of us, that dry air is coming towards our way, and it's going to help take away of that ick factor. And we're looking at the winds. You can see definitely a temperature or wind change right here. They're more out of the southeast down towards the southern part of the state, but right behind this front, you can see that northerly wind coming on through. So we're definitely seeing changes in wind, and that's good. Tonight's forecast is going to be 53 tonight here in Tallahassee, 60 in Jacksonville, 70 in Tampa, and 70 in Orlando. So the temperatures are going to be really cool for us, but they're going to be a little bit warmer down south. But that's going to change. And until tomorrow, we can see that tomorrow here in Tallahassee, we're going to have 75 degrees here in Tallahassee, 71 in Jacksonville, 72 in Pensacola. The temperatures are changing slightly, but they will change by far more this weekend. But for right now, we'll pass it on back to the desk.
Thanks so much for that Florida forecast. So we're going to talk about some Seminole sports. Right now, we're seeing Sean McGuire is going to start for FSU, and we're actually going to be wearing our blackout jerseys for the very first time. FSU football sent out a tweet this morning, and they put out a tweezer, a 9-second teaser, saying that they're going to wear their black jerseys. So it's pretty exciting against Chattanooga. So right now we're seeing 68 degrees for the game, maybe a little bit more because you'll be in the stadium. It'll be a little bit uncomfortable with a lot of people there. We're a record at 8-2 right now with 2 losses against Clemson and Georgia Tech, as you know. But we're hoping to come back with this win so we could be 9-2 and, maybe possibly end the season a little on a bright note. 3 o'clock is kickoff time, but before the game on Saturday, make sure you check out, the Seminoles with soccer, because on Friday we're going to see a pretty nice game going into South Alabama. They're going to take on the Noles at the soccer complex at 4:30. So we're seeing clear skies, 72 degrees, no rain, not a cloud in the sky. It's going to be nice, folks. 72 and 75 is the high, so that's not pretty much different from the high of the day. So check them out. Definitely check out the teaser on Seminoles football Twitter. So please check out all that. Seminole sports is what's really happening right now. And also the basketball team is starting their season too. So the women's team is really going to bring it all this year and hopefully make the Sweet 16 again and go all the way up to the top because we love our Noles. But yes, we're hoping that we get all those wins with all those sports. And Sean McGuire did do a pretty good job against North Carolina State. So hopefully we get that win. But right now I'm going to take it to Andres with one more look at a local.
Thank you, Ayesha. This is our last look at our local for today. Today's high was 75 and the low was 71. Nowhere near the record high that for 1985 of 84, so we're thankful for that. We're getting kind of tired of these hot temperatures. But we're looking at the satellite and radar once again. We can see that these storms are passing by to the east of us. We're pretty much in the clear now, so we're not expecting any rain within the next 24 hours, and that's really good. But for right now, Gainesville's getting hammered by some of these storms, and Jacksonville as well. So if you have some family over there, just let them know, hey, watch out. Make sure you pay attention to the weather, because you never know when anything can pop up. But for the most part, we are out of the clear. And as I was mentioning earlier, you can see that the winds have changed more northerly behind this front compared to southerly ahead of this front. And that's really bringing a little bit more cooler temperatures to us, and that's very enjoyable for us, because I know, if not just me, I know a lot of people are getting tired of these warmer temperatures. It doesn't feel like winter, but that's going to change here soon. But looking ahead, we can see that this high pressure system is going to be coming our way, and as it does, it's going to bring these cooler temperatures and clear skies in front of it. And behind this cold front, we're going to be sitting really pretty, because we're just going to have clear skies. It's going to be so gorgeous outside. So please just make sure you go out and take advantage of this. It's going to be beautiful. And also for game day, if you have tickets to the game, please go, because look at this, folks. It's just nice and clear. High pressure sitting over here to the west of Memphis. It's going to be very, very beautiful. So please just make sure you go out and enjoy this. But looking ahead a little bit further into Saturday, here's that cold air I'm talking about. We're going to have another blast of cold air, and it's going to bring the coldest temperature for this season so far. So lows on Sunday nights and Monday nights going to be 38 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's going to be really cold. But for tomorrow, if you want to go out to the beach, the winds are going to be out of the northeast at 15 to 20 miles per hour. A little bit of surf, so you can take your wakeboard and enjoy that. And the water temperature is going to be 70 degrees. So if you enjoy cold water, be my guest, by all, go out there. And the boating, northeast, our winds northeast out of 15 to 20 knots. And the waves are going to be also 3 to 5 feet, choppy water. So please be careful if you're going to go out fishing. Just make sure you don't get caught up in those swells. And tonight, it's going to be 55 here in Tallahassee, partly cloudy. Take a jacket out. It's going to be nice and cool, or cooler. And if you're one of those that doesn't really like the colder temperatures, just make sure you take out a jacket for tonight. Tomorrow is going to be 74, sunny skies. And it's going to be a very, very gorgeous day. So please go out and enjoy this beautiful weather that's going to come up. And what to wear for the next couple of days? Well, see here, Friday, t-shirt and jeans. Saturday, your garnet and gold, go represent. And Sunday, a jacket, or especially Sunday night. Make sure you wear a jacket, because we have really, really cool temperatures coming through. But the week ahead, it's going to be beautiful. Ahead of this cold front, it's going to come through, but it is going to be colder. So please make sure you bundle up. Look at this for right now. Sunday 36, Monday 38. But for right now, we're going to take it back to the desk.
Thank you for that 7-day. Actually, we're going to talk about some free pizza that was here yesterday. Blaze Pizza had free pizza slices, and we missed it.
I know. It was out. To help us out a little bit, it was in Buffalo Wild Wings, and that's not exactly the easiest place to get to. You're definitely going to need a car to get out there.
Very true. But definitely check them out, because they were giving out free pizzas, so definitely support their business. It's actually a company LeBron James came up with.
Well, of course, he was part of the Heat Nation for a while, so I'm not surprised that he sponsored them in Florida.
Yeah, so Blaze Pizza, definitely check it out. They were giving out free pizza, but we're actually going to talk about those temperatures. We're going to see some pretty low temperatures coming in, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about temperatures in the 60s for the first time in about 2 or 3 weeks, finally.
We've been in summer.
Yeah, it's not like it's, the high 60s. No, it's low 60s.
Yes, definitely low. So hopefully, we can just really, keep control of all that, coldness, because I can't handle it.
Mm-hmm. But of course, you can always like us on Facebook.com, follow us on Twitter, and always watch our lovely faces on livestream.com/FSU Weather. And we got Instagram too, so come check us out there.
Yes, please check us out. You can see my lovely face, Jay's lovely face, and our whole crew. We're always online. So have a good night, folks. I'm student meteorologist Ayesha Wilkinson.
Student meteorologist Jay Kimball. Make sure you stay dry.